on to the general election. And with this campaign, we are going to be redefining politics as usual here in Massachusetts. For the first time in our state's history, we're going to run a campaign that is focused specifically on we, the people, our freedoms, our rights, and our prosperity.
All right, that courtesy WCVB Channel 5 Boston. You just heard a clip from a passionate victory speech Tuesday night from Massachusetts Republican Gubernatorial nominee Geoff Diehl, who is joining us right now with more on the race and the sprint over the next 61 days to becoming the next governor of Massachusetts. Jeff, good to have you on. Good morning.
Great to be here. Thanks so much.
So take us through this. This is Charlie Baker not seeking a third term up there. Donald Trump endorsed you. Donald Trump, not a big fan of Charlie Baker's, called him a rhino. Of course, it's difficult being a Republican in a state like Massachusetts. Can you do this? Can you pull this off over your opponent, Maura Healey?
Yeah, 100%. You know, I served in the state legislature for 8 years. There's a few Republicans that can get in, and when we get up there, we're effective. And actually, we've had a Republican governor for 24 of the last 32 years. We have an extremely liberal legislature, a supermajority of Democrats. So the people of Massachusetts know you need to have at least that one check against that very liberal legislature that wants to pass things like driver's licenses for illegals. That just came out. Overridden, they overrode the governor. So we're trying to do a ballot question to stop that. But to have a governor there to be a check on that balance, the people know. And in 2010, Scott Brown won in Massachusetts for the U.S. Senate when he said he would be the 41st vote against Obamacare. So these people understand what's important.
Yeah, he lost in his re-election bid. Of course, he filled the seat of the late Ted Kennedy when he passed away. You lost by 24 points in 2018 to Elizabeth Warren when you were running for the Senate. So the positive of that, I think, Jeff, is you've got a lot of name ID in a very blue state. Talk about the Trump endorsement. Does that help you in a state like Massachusetts?
Yeah, well, first of all, in the Republican primary, knowing that Donald Trump supported me, but I also was the only Republican elected legislator who endorsed him in 2016. I was the co-chair of his campaign.
Right.
I saw him as somebody delivering a major, victory for the country when he was in office for 4 years economically. I'm obviously disappointed that he wasn't reelected, but I think 24 is going to be great. But for right now, I'm focused on Massachusetts and working for the state. And as you mentioned earlier, we had people like Bill Weld, who ran for U.S. Senate, lost, and ran for governor and won. Mitt Romney ran for U.S. Senate, lost, won for governor. So it's a way to, of course, get your name out there. I got almost 1 million votes in 2018, more than the Democratic nominee for governor in that election cycle.
Yeah, that's definitely good news heading into November. Your opponent, Maura Healey, the New York Times, with a fawning piece a day ago about how if she's elected, she'd be the first lesbian governor in America. I want to play you a soundbite. This is from June of 2020, so the summer of love, according to Democrats, when Antifa and BLM were literally burning American cities coast to coast. Take a listen to how she characterized what was happening.
For those of you who are watching TV at night, dismayed by what's going on, I understand that dismay. I understand the concern. I truly believe, though, that the path forward is taking up the mantle and taking on some of those things I suggested today. I know others will have other suggestions as well. That's what we need to do. But as I closed with, America's burning, but that's how forests grow.
Okay, your response to that?
Yeah, she's the top law enforcement official in Massachusetts as Attorney General, and she's condoning the arson, the looting, the murders of people trying to protect their businesses. And it wasn't just around the country. On Tremont Street in Boston, we had police cruisers on fire. We had officers being shot at. And that's the statement she makes. That's how democracy works for Maura Healey and the Democrats in Massachusetts, is riots and looting. That's okay. That's not okay. Democracy is all about changing leaders through the election process and not rioting. So it's very disturbing. And I think a lot of people in Massachusetts were very upset by that. She's actually having to walk back those comments over the last 2 weeks right now.
Yeah. And I think that will be a part of campaign ads over the next 61 days across the Bay State. Geoff Diehl, we wish you the best of luck. Come back and see us.
Thanks so much. I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Hey guys, it's Rob Carson. September is historically the worst performing month for the stock market, so you better be ready for it. The Fed continues to aggressively raise rates, and JP Morgan is forecasting another mega rate hike September the 21st. Is that why Jamie Dimon said an economic hurricane is coming our way? Well, gold and silver have remained remarkably stable despite the Fed aggressively raising rates today. The Patriot Gold Group has a special incentive for Newsmax viewers. Huge! Now precious metals investors can enjoy the no-fee-for-life gold and silver IRA on qualifying rollovers, or enjoy free, discreet, insured shipping on all direct gold and silver purchases. Here's the number, 800-356-4470. Call 800-356-4470 today.